Hello, everybody. Mr. K here with another video today. Today, we're going to talk about long division. All right. So we're going to go through a few problems step by step, explain how to set it up and how to find your answer, how to check your answer with the calculator, and also how to check your answer with pencil and paper. Let's get started. Today, we're going to work with the problem 8,565 divided by 15. Now, there are three parts to a division problem. There's your number that you're dividing, which is your dividend. The number you're dividing by, which is your divisor. And then your answer to a division problem is known as your quotient. All right, so the way this is set up is there's a half a triangle, half a rectangle. Inside the rectangle is your dividend. At the front door is your divisor. And on the roof is your quotient. Or the answer to your division problem. So in this case, we have once again, our rectangle, 8,565 goes inside, since it's your dividend. Your divisor is 15, so it's going to your front door. And then the answer, bit by bit, we'll put on top as our quotient. Now, when I'm dividing, all I'm doing, I'm seeing how many times I can fit this 15 inside our dividend as many times as possible until I reached 8,565 total. Now, sometimes I'll have a remainder, sometimes I won't. So let's see what happens when we go and divide. So 15 into 8 cannot happen because 15 is larger than 8. So I'll place a 0 on top. 15 can go into 85. It can go into 85 5 times. 5 times 15 gives me 75. I subtract. Now I have 10. Now what I do is I bring down my next number inside my house beside my difference between 85 and 75. So now that 10 becomes 106. Now 15 can fit inside 106 7 times. So my 7 goes here. 7 times 15 gives me 105. I subtract, I get 1. Once again, I bring down my next number beside my difference. It goes right here beside this 1. And I repeat the process again. 15 goes into 15 one time. Of course, 1 times 15 is 15. I subtract, I get 0. So this is my last step. I don't have anything else to bring down. So nothing else needs to happen. So I can now say that 8,565 divided by 15 is going to give me 571. So what we can do now is we can use our calculator to check our work. As always, before you put any numbers or any operation in the calculator, make sure you clear your memory. So I'm going to hit clear, and I'm going to go inside the calculator, my dividend always goes first. So I got 8,565, and I'm going to use my INT divide button, which is right here because I want to have an actual remainder if there's a remainder. And then I'll go 15 and equals 571. Also, you got that R0, which remainder is 0. I did not include my remainder because if it's 0, it's not needed. But I did get 571 as my answer. All right, so I can stay in bold that that's correct. Now, Mr. K, what happens if you do not have a calculator to check your work? Another thing you can do to check your work on pencil and paper is you can multiply. The opposite of division is multiplication. So what I can do is I can get my quotient, which is 571, and I can multiply that by my divisor, which is 15. And what should happen if my work is correct, I should end up with my final answer being 8,565. If I don't get this as my final product over here, that means I did something wrong somewhere and have to go back and look over my work. Let's see what we end up with. 1 times 5 is 5. 5 times 7 is 35. So my 5 goes here. I carry my 3 over. 5 times 5 is 25 plus 3 gives me 28. All right, so I'm doing my standard algorithm for multiplying. I'm going to drop my 0 in the 1 spot. 1 times 1 is 1. 1 times 7, 7. 1 times 5 is 5. And my adding symbol. Now I add my two partial products together. 5 plus 0 is 5. 5 plus 1 is 6. 8 plus 7 is 15. I carry my 1 over. 1 plus 2 is 3. 3 plus 5 is 8. So now I can be reassured 2 times that my answer is correct because my product right here matches my starting dividend. And we also checked our work by using the calculator also. All right, let's try one more with long division. Remember, anytime if you need to, please pause the video or rewind the video so you don't miss any steps to make sure you master this strategy. All right, so now still doing long division. I'm going to use the problem 7,318 divided by 22. All right, so now, once again, my divisor is what I'm dividing by. Excuse me, my divisor is what I'm dividing. My divisor, excuse me, I'm sorry. My dividend is what I'm dividing. My divisor is what I'm dividing by. And of course, my answer to this would be my quotient. Tongue got tied. All right, so now we have our house again. My dividend goes inside the house. My divisor goes to the front door. And of course, my quotient will go on top, which is the roof. Okay, so now, can 22 fit inside 7? It cannot. Can 22 fit inside 7, 3? It can, and it can fit 3 whole times. And 3 times 22 is 66. I'm going to subtract, and I get 7. Once again, I'll bring down my next number, which is my 1. Beside that 7, 22 can fit into 71 3 times again. And we just know that 3 times 22 gives me 66. Again, I'm going to subtract, and I get 5. Once again, I'll bring down my 8 all the way down here. And 22 can go into 58 2 whole times. 2 times 22 gives me 44. I subtract again, and I get 14. Now, I don't have any other numbers to bring down, so this 14 right here becomes my remainder. So I put an R14. So now, let's use the calculator to check our work. Always remember, clear your memory. Hit clear, and I do 7,318. I do my INT divide, which is my top division, because I want an actual remainder. And I do 22. I hit enter. And once again, my answer is 322, remainder 14. So is what we got right here. Once again, if we don't have a calculator with us at the time, we can multiply our quotient, which is our answer, times our divisor, and we should get our dividend as our answer. So we're going to do 332 times 22. Now you might say, Mr. K, what are we going to do with that 14? Because you don't have it over here. I'll show you in a second. So using standard algorithm, we're going to multiply 2 times 2 and get 4. 2 times 3 is 6. 2 times 3 again is 6. Now I'm going to drop my 0 in the 1 spot. 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 3 is 6. And 2 times 3 is 6. Gonna add my two partial products together. I get 4, 10, I carry my 1. That gives me 13, carry my 1 again. That gives me 7. Now, the remainder that we had in our quotient, this is where it comes into effect. Because now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add that 14 to this right here. And I should end up with 7,318 once I do that. If I don't end up with that, that means my math is wrong somewhere. Now I got to go back and recheck my work. 8, 1, 3, 7. So I'll confirm my answer twice. I check with the calculator and I check by doing the opposite of my original operation, which was dividing. I check my work by multiplication and then adding to make sure I get my same dividend back. All right, hope this video was helpful. Hope you was able to learn something. As always, thank you guys for viewing and checking this video out. Stay tuned for more videos in the future. And also don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more content.